Hello everyone, I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Dark Souls Remastered. Yep. Last we left off, we just ran through the Undead Parish. Yep. Trying to remember where we actually started. Yeah, we started at below the Fire Drake Bridge, kind of enticed the Hellkite Drake to kind of come off his perch, at which point we kind of ran through him into the building that he was kind of guarding, where there was another bonfire, a gate we opened up, and we found the statue for the Warriors of Sunlight Covenant, but for right now we don't have enough faith to interact with it. I think right now we need 25 faith in order to even, interact with it. So, you can lower the requirements down by being summoned and helping other players beat bosses, but I don't know. I might do that, but we'll see. We'll see. So for now, it's locked to us. But yep. Bonfire opened the gate, and then we went up some stairs and encountered a Black Knight, another Black Knight. Yep. This time he had his great sword. I would say he's much more dangerous than the standard sword, shield Black Knight, because his attacks kind of have a little delay to them, but nothing too bad. I mean, you can always just kind of backstab them if you really wanted to. They're not that hard to backstab, and once you get one backstab off, you can circle around them while they stand up and have an opportunity to backstab them again. So, but anyway, yep. He dropped us a Titanite chunk, and that's it. Yeah, he had a chance to drop his weapon and his shield again, but he didn't want to do either one, so blah. But anyway, yep. After that, we came down this little, I won't say courtyard area, probably the best way to describe it, full of hollowed soldiers and an armored boar. Yep. So the first thing we did was we cleared out the soldiers. One of them ran back to close the gate to prevent further, easy progress. Took care of the soldiers, then we took care of the boar. Luckily, we parried its charge attack. It was a very risky move to parry the charge attack. 9 times out of 10, I tend to miss the timing and get smacked. But we got lucky that time. Yep. And then we shoved our sword up its butt, and he was gracious enough to drop his helmet for us. It's basically his head. So he was kind enough to do that. And we continued moving forward, cleared out some more hollows, picked up a mystery cell key, I think it's called. The mystery key. Continued on, encountered our first Boulder Knights. Yep. Picked up a shield, more soldiers, more Boulder Knights, and then there was a knight, and then we decided to try and clear out the church. Yeah. First attempt against the Knight Baronique did not go too well. Yeah, he did. I'm really pretty sure he did kill us. Yeah. But again, because I tried to parry his attacks, it's probably the easiest way just to get him to attack him without, hitting his shield. But you can't backstab him. You can't riposte him. You can parry his attack, but you can't critical, which is okay. But so we had to run back through all the hollows and all that stuff. Took him on again. Did kill him this time. And we did get his armor, his chest piece. Yep. He has a chance to drop his armor set. It was the steel armor set. So we got his chest piece. He guaranteed a Titanite shard. And then, I'm trying to remember what we did after that. I think we just went into the church, cleared it out of all the Baldur Knights, the Channeler, who didn't drop his weapon. I think we just cheesed the Channeler, just kind of sat in a corner, arrowed him to the head, and he didn't aggro for whatever reason. So, easy kill. Went up the stairs, cleared out all the hollows using the Dragon Sword. Another Boulder Knight, some items, and then we encountered Lautrec of Karim. Locked in a cell. You can open the cell with either the Master Key or the Mystery Key, so that's one reason why we got the Mystery Key. So we opened it up. He's now at Firelink Shrine. He has a mission he has to complete. So Yeah, but we can summon him for some boss fights, though I don't plan on it, because there's no real rewards for summoning him, but he did give us a sunlight medal for our troubles back at Firelink, so that's good. I need like 30 of them anyway, I think, in order to get all the rewards from the Covenant. We didn't do the boss, because I didn't want to fight the gargoyles just yet. I'll probably do that before we go down to Blighttown. And then we came over here, bonfire, talked to Siegmeyer of Katarina, out there by the gates. Still closed, still closed. Yep. Went down, talked to Andre. Yep. Got gesture, bought some stuff, I think. Yeah. And that was it. The Undead Parish. A lot of stuff happened. So not a lot. Well, yeah. Not a lot of area, but a lot of stuff. And between episodes, I did my first set of really item farming. Although I also added some levels as well. Yeah. Went out, I kind of farmed the soldiers and the Boulder Knights for their equipment and Titanite shards. Yeah. So now we have several weapons that are +5. I also added some levels. Try to get most of my weapon requirement levels out of the way. Yep. So, yeah, fun time. Also got a bunch of humanity, soft humanity. Actually, at the top left, we have 11. So now our item discovery is like maxed out for the moment at like 210. So drop rates are now twice as likely to happen. Woohoo! So yeah, I just farmed a bunch. Went back, yeah, a good solid afternoon and just about everything we got. And for today, we are going to do the Darkroot Garden. Yep, you go down, fight a Titanite Demon, some trees, more trees, some stone soldiers, and we take on the Moonlight Butterfly. Yep. Yep. Well, that's the plan anyway. We will summon Beatrice for that fight, because we do need to summon her in order to get her equipment later on, so I do recommend summoning her. I believe she has to, I don't know if she has to survive the fight, but she's really strong for the Moonlight Butterfly. She'll like kill it for you, so there's no real problem for there. Yep. And then that's actually well, no. Depending on how much time we have left, we'll then go and take on another Black Knight. Probably do a YOLO run through the Dragon Valley, just for, an armor set and a ring. And then we'll come back and try and take on Havel the Rock. Yep. Because at that point we should have the key to open up the little tower where he's locked in, so that's going to be fun. Not really, because it's been a while since I fought him, so I don't know how good my parry time is going to be. So yeah, that's not going to be fun. Nope. But yeah, but that's the plan for today. Got a lot of things to do. And equipment for today, I have the Boulder Side Sword +5. A very dex heavy weapon, so it's not quite as strong as the Drake's sword, but it is getting up there. I do have 2 of them because it doesn't have that much of a durability, so in case it happens to start breaking while we're out in the field, I just have another one just in case. Bow, I actually did buy the Kestis kite shields from Andre and upgraded to +5. It is better than the Knight Shield in every way, so I was like, might as well. Although the Boulder Shield is probably the best option we have, but because it does have really high stability. But that +5 thing equals out to the Boulder Shield, and it's blue-ish. Can't really tell in this light, but it has color. We want color. Boar's Head, we got the Boulder Leggings, the +3. This is the highest level for the Titanite shards. This we'll medium load. We'll be our medium roll with this item, with this equip load right now. But once we get Havel's ring, we can slap on some more armor, so that will help. Blue Tearstone ring, because I don't have any options right now. Yep. Should I put firebombs here? Titanite Demon is probably going to be a little issue, though he is pretty tanky. I would use the pine resin, but I want to hold on to that. Alright. Here are the stats. Again, I put, I think, like 15 levels in. Most of it's towards strength and dexterity, 1 to faith, attunement, vitality, endurance. So, I only need 2 more dexterity to get to the minimum requires for the endgame weapon that I plan on using. So, yeah. Our strength dexterity is good for right now. And for now, my plan is to pump more points into vitality and endurance, get those to 20. And then we start stacking points into intelligence and some into attunement. Yeah. So hopefully in the next episode or 2, we're going to unlock the magic vendor and he'll finally give us some spells we can use. So yeah, looking forward to that. All right. I think that's it. Shall we get this road on the way? Show on the road? Standing here yabbering on long enough, I guess. All right. Down we go. Andre. Titanite Demon. I might change my weapon depending on how much damage this does. It is pretty chunky. So it's only, what, 33 point difference? Okay, we're still medium low, that's good. I mean, we'll keep the boulder side sword, at least for now. Alright, Demon. It's been a while. Lucky for you, I don't have carrying retaliation. Just kind of hug his right arm here, and you should be okay. It's gonna jump attack. Yep. That thing will hit multiple times, so just be careful. Get in a poke. We'll stick to his right arm. His hitbox are bigger than you think, and they do linger for a little bit, so just be careful. Get our stamina back. Yeah. There we go. 2,000 souls, and he guarantees a Demon Titanite. Dang. He can drop his weapon, which is a Halberd, and it is a very strong weapon, but I guess we didn't get it this time. He doesn't respawn, so once you take care of him, you're good to go. So, yeah. Sorry, dexterity, I mean, okay, not too bad. I'm just kind of worried about the degradation of the durability, but yep. Titanite Demons just stick to his right arm or his left arm, and you should be good. And just kind of keep sidestepping. Nice. Yeah, the thrust on those side swords is really nice. Darkroot Garden. Comes another tree. We do want... That's a grab attack. Okay. Yep, these guys can drop blood red clumps, purple moss clumps, red moss clumps, and blooming moss clumps. 3 clumps. Red, purple, and blooming. At a pretty good rate, I would say. The red cures bleed, build up. Purple cures poison, and its build up. And the blooming purple cures toxic and poison. So we want the blooming one because we're going to need a few of them for Blighttown. But that way is to the Darkroot Basin, I think. There's some items. There's the Black Knights, access to the Dragon Valley that way, as well as to Hydra and Havel's Tower. So we'll go this way eventually, but right now I just want to stick to the main forward path. Yeah. Alright. There is a tree out in the distance. You can just barely see him. Get his attention. we did that because this right here is another tree. That guy is a tree. He'll pop out once you run past him. But if you know he's there, just kind of line it up. Oh, it's a thrusting attack, really? Okay, we can't do it with this weapon. There we go. Yeah. Jumping attack tends to hit him pretty well. Alright. There's an item up there. And if we actually look up, there it is. There's the boss of the area, the Moonlight Butterfly. And I think we fight him on that bridge right there. Yeah, that's the bridge we fight him on. In fact, the way inside is this actually right in here. So. No, I don't think you can damage him from this spot. I haven't actually tried, but I'm pretty sure you can't. So. Get our sight sword here. Yeah, I also bought the bastard sword from Andre because we do want one weapon to be eventually infused with soul item. We do want one weapon eventually infused with the divine, just for the catacombs. So I'm trying to decide which weapon that was going to be. I think we'll use the club for that, just for the skeletons, but I don't know. Still wishy-washy on that. But come over here, you take a look. Hey, a bonfire. Things you find when you actually stop and look. That's actually the sun, I believe, not the moon. Pretty sure that's the sun. Yep, our first illusory wall. There's quite a few of them to keep an eye out for. But if you stop, take a look, you'll eventually spot this and realize there's something going on. Either that or there's going to be a message on the ground. Bonfire lit, not going to rest. Don't need to. But we will rest there once we go, at least for... Well, hold on. Hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. Alright. So we'll eventually rest this bonfire. We'll definitely kindle it at least once. Just for this little area. Locked by some contraption. Andre has the key. It's the crest of Artorias that opens this door. So, and beyond it is the Forest Covenant, which has a bunch of hostile NPCs. It's a good place to farm early soul levels if you really want to. Although I do not recommend going in there. Not until you have at least a plus 10 weapon. Yeah, we'll definitely have to go through here before we go down to Blighttown for sure. Because there's also another NPC we want to interact with. A covenant we want to join, which activates another NPC who will show up in Blighttown. So we do want that. But so yeah, we'll definitely take care of this place before we go down. We probably won't fight the boss. Well, Sift is also in here. Sift, the Great Grey Wolf. We won't fight him until we're ready to go into Sen's Fortress. So, yep. That's for a later date. Again, I'm not going to go in there until we have like a plus 10 weapon for sure. Alright. That item's a trap. I recommend leaving it until you're done with this section of the basin or the forest. Yeah. Yeah, because right now there are, as you can see, there's like, I think 4 tree guys in there. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, I think there's a 4th one in the corner there. So, but they don't activate until you grab the item. It is a soul item. I mean, you can, leave it, but yeah, but once you grab the item, they become active. Even if you rest at the bonfire, they'll be active again. So they're very dangerous if you grab the item now. So I recommend grabbing it on the way out, just so you don't have to deal with this little combat encounter all the time. So, all right. Lights. Yeah, just follow the glowing flowers and you get to where you want to go. But we're not going to do that. We're actually going to go into the woods. In fact, we're actually going to put on a club. What's our AR for the club? 69. Yeah, because we have these guys. Very weak to strike. Very weak to strike, so definitely recommend a club for them. That item's another ambush. A lot of ambushes down here. If you just run in for the item, it is an armor set. It's the elite armor set. But there's 2 golems and 4 tree guys guarding that item. So once you grab it, you're going to activate them immediately, and you're going to get swarmed. So I honestly recommend just picking them off one at a time. Yeah. Use the arrows. Drag one of these guys at a time. Come on. Yeah, pretty resistant to strike. But not too bad. No, we'll go around. Oh, well, nah. If we go this way, we can actually inch our way close to activate the golem. You have to be very careful. There we go. Once you see it moving, just back away so you don't activate the other one. Yeah. Right, come on. Drop your shield. Thank you. Yeah, they have a chance of dropping their weapon and their shield. Not their armor, just their weapon and the shield. But you can buy the shields later on. So they can also do an incantation called, well, not miracle, I mean. I'll probably mix it up. I'll probably go between incantation, miracle, but they're both the same. They're both faith-based, but they'll do a miracle called the Tranquil Walk of Peace. Yep. It basically puts you in like an overburdened state where you can barely move. So just be particularly careful when you're fighting them, because you can't dodge if it's activated. Mr. Tree Guy, who will jump up once you go down that little path. So just be careful. Or you can do a jumping attack. Activate him early and just, whack him. Actually, we will go down this way. Yep. That is an enemy. Guardian item, which I believe he can poison you if you're not careful. So, yeah, he'll activate when you get to the item, but just be careful. Yeah. Partisan. I love the Partisan. It's a very fun weapon. It's a spear, but it has a sweeping attack, and it's a strong attack. We'll probably upgrade it. We'll probably use it. And this 2-headed reptile serpent thing, it can drop an egg vermifuge. Yeah, pretty rarely, but if you want egg vermifuges, this is where you get them. These guys. Just ragdoll. Yeah. Continue along this path. We will get to the armor set, don't worry. I just want to clear out the enemies first. As many of them as I can, anyway. Big guy. Tranquil Walk of Peace, be my guest. Another snake guy. No item for me, how sad. Even though I have, you know, item discovery of 210. Yeah, once you target them, you can attack. No, sir. Man, no items again. Oh, oh well. I mean, they do respawn, so if I do want the shield and sword, you know, I just gotta... Ow. It's out of range. Really? Moss clump, sure. Alright, you should be the only one left. Come on, Mr. Soldier. Ah. Thought we were just gonna do the one attack, not two. There's our tier stone in effect. 186. That's pretty good. Ooh, that's a big jump. That was 50%. And here's the Elite Knight armor. Although it's probably way too heavy for us right now. Yep. It is heavier, but it does have more poise. And you can upgrade it with Titanite, so that's not going to be a problem. Alright. We'll probably slap that on once we get Havel's ring. Is there anything else? Alright. Nope, for now, that's all we want to do. Yes, I know about the little side path, but first things first. The Witch Beatrice. Yes, please. We will let her summon all the way. Phantom Witch Beatrice. Alright. Yes, we do want to summon her again for equipment later on. That's the main reason why we're doing it. Because we need to summon her for this fight in order to get her equipment later on. So, yeah. To the boss. I should probably change shields. He does mostly magic attacks, so having a shield with high magic is really useful. Come on. Yeah, Beatrice can just solo this fight by herself, but... Sit here and just... You got this, Beatrice. Thank you. The Witch Beatrice. And the Moonlight Butterfly. And a humanity. And 10,000 souls. I know, that was really easy. Beatrice can just kill that thing for you. It's no problem. So if you don't have a range option, summon Beatrice. If you don't want to summon Beatrice, and you don't have a range option, you guys kind of back and forth between this platform, dodging attacks, wait for it to come down. So it will eventually land on the ledge here, and you can then attack it. So, just be careful, because it will fly back up, and just before it does that, it will do an AoE attack around itself. So get a few hits in, back off once you see it start charging up, and just rinse and repeat. But But we summoned Beatrice, so we didn't really have that problem. She'll just, solo the fight for us. Climb the tower. Found another blacksmith who has watchtower basement key. We use that to get to the tower that Havel's in. Havel the Rock is in. Divine Ember for creating divine weapons. We have to give that to Andre. And a Homeward Bone. Won't be using the Homeward Bone, and I'll show you why. But, yeah. The character model is Andre the blacksmith. It's just there, I believe, just to point you where to give the ember to. Ember for blacksmith weapon ascension. Are properties of the church and intended for divine blacksmiths. Yep. Divine weapons are for undead hunting, used against undead and pawns of necromancers. Yep. If you use them against skeletons, they'll prevents the necromancer from reviving skeletons. So if you haven't killed the necromancer yet, skeletons will revive unless you kill them with a divine weapon, in which case they won't revive. So we're going to need this in order to go through the catacombs. Watchtower basement key. Key to the basement of the watchtower in the Undead Burg. The basement of the watchtower forms a stone cell. There are rooms of a hero turned hollow who was locked away by a dear friend. For his own good, of course. Yep. We need that to get to Havel the Rock. Yeah, he's gonna be fun. No, he's not. He's gonna suck. He's gonna suck so much. It's gonna suck because I'm gonna try parry and I'm gonna miss my parries. He's gonna flatten us. He's probably gonna die 2 or 3 times to him because I'm not used to it. Is there an item? Oh yeah, that's the ring. We're gonna have to get that ring. Okay. Yeah, that's actually our next target's that ring. And I forgot, there is a weapon I missed in the Undead Parish. I forgot to grab it. But this is why I don't Homeward Bone out. If you come back this way. No. No, not that one. Anyway. Yeah, this tree actually moves now. Well, it's not a tree, it's an enemy. Can't target it, but it doesn't have an attack. It doesn't drop anything. I think it respawns too, but yeah, it was just sitting here. You could have killed it before going up to the butterfly, but it'll pop you out where the ring is and just a longer run back, so might as well just take care of the butterfly, then do this little side section. Yeah. That was really fun my first time, just walking back, just like, hey, there's a freaking tree right here. What the hell? Yep. Little lamprey things. Not lamprey, it's like little frogs. Here's another tree. Yeah, you can definitely tell just by the little roots down below how they wiggle. If you were paying attention earlier about the tree before going up to the boss, if you looked at its roots, you can see it swarm around, so you know it's actually alive, but nope. That's the way up, but we don't want to go up just yet. As you can see, because there's a stone soldier. He'll actually activate if you go up the stairs. So, and there's also another stone soldier up the stairs as well. So if you're not careful, you will get sandwiched between two of them, and it's not fun. Especially when one of them, does their little walk of peace. So. Take care of these guys. Yeah, and they can drop green blossom. Green blossom. Increases stamina recovery. Very good item to have. Their soul item. Let's get our club back. Alright, stone soldier, get up. Ah, thought I'd get the hit in before he does. Oh well. Again, he doesn't want to drop anything, huh? Come up here. Should be another stone soldier up here. There we go. No, sir. Again, you don't want to give me your item. Yeah, get down those stairs. We don't want... Yeah. Up here. Here we have the wolf ring. A very good ring, I must say. In fact, we're just slapping on right now. Yep. One of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The wolf ring belongs to Artorias the Abyss Walker. Artorias had an unbendable will of steel and was unmatched with a great sword. Yep. Provides 40 poise. Flat 40. Yep. Very good ring. Very good. Yep. We actually, so good we'll actually need it against the Capra Demon, because I plan to kind of brute force my way through his dogs, and we need the wolf ring for that. So just jump across. All right. Go back this way. And then we'll go grab that one item, trigger the little trap, and hopefully not die, because we need all these souls to buy the Crest of Artorias. Alright, well, you know what? Our tried and true, one at a time method. Clump. Give me a red one, please. Wow, I need a red one. Really? Nothing but purple, huh? I mean, I won't say no, it's just usually a red one gets thrown in there eventually. But, yep. Large soul of a nameless soldier. Yep. So, now, as we've got the item, these guys will be aggressive once we rest again. We have no reason to go down this way ever again, so we won't have to worry about it. Although I think they might come up here anyway. Yeah. I think they might follow you up, or come up here if you're by here, but who knows. Alright. Alright. Let's head to the basin. Yeah, we have a Black Knight to fight, and Havel the Rock. Oh boy. Yeah, the Black Knight's a halberd wielding Black Knight. So. We'll just kind of follow the little cliff edge. This is Darkroot Basin. Yep. And there's the little entrance to the tower where Havel the Rock is at. It's like he's right in there, actually, like immediately to the right. We can take it up to get to the Undead Berg. Yeah, because that's where we fight the Taurus Demon. And yeah, that's where you fight the Taurus Demon. The bridge where the Hellkite Drake, if I can get my words right, it's right beyond those buildings, so you can't view that, but yeah. I'm just gotta go down. Down, down, down. Yes. There is a crystal lizard right there. The basin. Crystal lizard. Gimme, gimme. Ooh. 2 large shards. Nice. Actually prefer those to the chunks, to be honest. At least at this point, anyway. Alright. That's the grass crest shield, that item right there. And the Black Knight should actually be right down there as well. Don't think we can see it from here. Or he may not be rendered anyway. But yeah, the Black Knight is actually just down there somewhere. Before we go down, we gotta go this way. Because we need to drop down for this. Another armor set. And a longbow and some feathered arrows. Yep. I don't know. It's twice as heavy, but it does have a bit more damage, but the range is still the same. So I'm like, is it really worth it? Yeah. I held off on upgrading the short bow because I wasn't sure if I want to use the longbow, but I don't know. I will keep the short bow. Other armor? Are we still mid-rolling? That's good. What about the gloves? Nope. Gloves are heavy. Alright. Now we actually have some clothes on. Down. That way to Havel. We'll actually go this way. This way to the Black Knight. This way to the Valley of the Drakes. This way to the Grass Crutch Shield. I will be honest, I'm not very good at this Black Knight. He's not really one I parry a lot. But there is a way to kind of get him to throw himself off a ledge. I wonder if we can do that. Is that him right there? Yep, he's right there. Right above my weapon icon. Yep, he has a halberd, but I really want his shield, so... We could try parrying him, but we'll probably get our ass kicked. Whatever. We can always get him to throw himself off a ledge. There's that too. Yeah, way too soon. Nope. Oop. Try and true backstab. Quick drink. Come on. Over here a little bit. Oh, we're dead. Mind your footing. I thought I had a bigger area to run through. Rah. Oh well, oh well. That one's on me. I thought I had a bigger area, but oh well. Alright, now we just gotta run back, grab our stuff. I'll see you there. Alright, yep. Shall we try that again, but this time, not die to gravity? Yeah. We'll try not to, alright, I'll give parrying one more college try, but otherwise we'll just stick to backstabs. I know there's a way to get him to fall off or throw himself off the ledge, but I'm not too sure. Way too soon. Come on. Oh, he followed up. Alright. Oh my god, we got it. Wow, I can't believe we got it. We got the Black Knight Halberd. Holy crap. Yep, and apparently that kick sent him off the edge. Oh, Dark Souls. Yep. I guess it was his turn to throw himself off the ledge. Yeah, we got the Black Knight Halberd, which many would argue is the best weapon in the game, but I don't know. It is one of the best, I will say that. Although it does take a ton of strength. 32. So we'll need, what? 22 strength in order to two-hand it? Man. Yeah, Halberd, the Black Knights who wander Lordran, used to face Chaos Demons. Large motions puts the weight of the body into the attack, reflects the great size of their adversaries long ago. Yep. Does extra damage to demons, Chaos Demons, Stray Demon, Capra Demon, Taurus Demon, Centipede Demon, all those. So, all the Black Knight weapons have that property on it, which is why you can't buff them, which is kind of why I don't think they're the best. I mean, they are among the best, I'll say that, but Grasp Crest Shield, awesome shield, increases stamina recovery rate, just having it out. But with the Black Knight Halberd, it's definitely one of the best. But I don't think it's the best. In my opinion, the best weapon in the game is the Gargoyle Halberd. It has similar damage values. It is more of a quality weapon, so you need both strength and dex in order to get the best out of it. But the thing that sets the Gargoyle Halberd apart from the Black Knight Halberd is that it can be buffed with resins and spells, while the Black Knight can't. So that's kind of why I think the Gargoyle Halberd is probably the best in the game. Yeah. Just for that one reason alone. Alright. Don't want Raisin Claire. Although, to be honest, I probably should not have done that because we're going to have to do another... Do we have to? I don't really have to do it. It's really for an armor set and a ring, which I don't really care about. But nah, we won't do it. Never mind. Nah. Okay. So this way will eventually take us to the Valley of the Drakes. Yep. Where we can, fight drakes to get drake scales. There's an armor set down there, which I don't really care about, as well as a ring, which I also don't care about. So, we'll do that later. We'll do that later. Yeah. I don't want to lose all the souls that I got, but I mean, the drakes they are strong. At this stage of the game, they will kill us really quickly if we're not careful. They also have a lot of health. They also got some good defenses, so it'll take me a while just to kill one of them, and I have to go through 5 of them to get to the ring, which I don't really care about. It's the red tearstone ring. It's a strong ring, don't get me wrong, but in order to utilize it, you have to have low health, and I don't like fighting at low health. So we'll save that stuff for later. Yeah, there it is. That is a Hydra. There's one of two of them, actually. I would not recommend going down there just yet. Again, not until you have a plus 10 weapon, I mean. So we'll probably go down there about this, well, trying to think. No, we'll go down there before we'll go into the forest covenant area. So we'll come back for you. So I wouldn't recommend going down there just yet. There are blue crystal golems in the general area. Yep. And I believe they are weak to strike. Wow, it's not a lot of damage. That's better. Again, you can't backstab them, so just be careful. Well, we probably could get this item, but... Soul item? Okay. We got the attention of another golem, so let's take care of him before we go that way. Come on, golem. You're holding up progress. Now you want to come, huh? Go. Nope. Yeah, very little health left. Alright. And these golems can rarely drop blue chunks. So yeah. They're not a good source of it, but if you really wanted blue chunks, here you go. Although you have to deal with the Hydra at the same time, so I like not really recommend it. At least not until you kill the Hydra anyway. So let's top off. Very, very quiet. All right, let's get our butt kicked. Should be immediately to the right here. If I can get the... Yeah, you can just see him. Yep, Havel the Rock, or maybe, question mark? A lot of people believe he's Havel the Rock. Some people believe he's just like a soldier of Havel. I don't know. I think he's Havel the Rock. Alright. Come on, buddy. Yeah, too soon. Got it. It's going to take a little minute. Alright, just back off. I don't think he has any Estus to drink, so just slow and steady, slow and steady. And get a backstab when he stands up. Bam. Yeah, because the parry comes out immediately. There's no wind up for parry. So, That's what makes the easier in Dark Souls. There we go. So once you hit the parry button, your parry active frames come out immediately. There's no delay, not that I noticed anyway. So just wait for it just before it hits you and wha, good to go. All right, and he drops very important item. Havel's ring. Increases equip load by 50%. Oh yeah. So that puts our half weight at 41. Yep. So it's going to be one of the rings we're going to have on most of the playthrough. A lot of people have it on for most of their playthrough too. But until we get our endurance up to like 30-ish, we're definitely going to have Havel's ring on. So we got a little wiggle room for weapons. 3 and 3. Let's put on... Should still be good. Yeah, okay. Gotta make sure we can wield our claymore. Alright. Yep, this connects us to the Undead Bird. Yeah, that's one of the things people praise about Dark Souls is how interconnected this world is. You can get from anywhere, just about from anywhere. Yeah. Tower key. We're back in the Berg. All right. And we'll actually... We're just going to run through the Berg real quick, get to Firelink, take the elevator back up to the Parish, just so we avoid the Drake. Thank you. Yeah, because I don't want to go through the Drake, so we're just going to do the Parish. Yeah, just tank the hits. Firebomb. Most gracious. We don't need you. Although, well, might as well. I mean... Probably speed this part up. Oh, actually, can we... Hold on. Let me buy some more stuff from the merchant here. I'll grab the last stuff I want from the merchant, and then we'll head back to Andre. Alright, Mr. Merchant, I need stuff.
There you are. Still keeping it, then go ahead. Never hurts to splurge when your days are numbered.
Alright, I don't really need it, but we'll buy it anyway. Same with that. I think we're good for weapons. Arrows were good. Armor... Yeah, sure. Alright.
Oh, thank come back.
Thank you. Alright. As long as we have 20,000 souls, we're good, because we have to buy the Crest of Artorias. So. Alright. Back to speeding up. Oh, Firelink, we love to see you. There's that music we all know and love. Set our spawn point while we're here. You have anything new for us? Probably not.
Oh, have you seen that terribly morose lass? The Fire Keeper. She's stuck keeping that bonfire lit. Sad, really. She's mute and bound to this forsaken place. They probably cut her tongue out back in her village, so that she'd never say any god's name in vain. How do these martyrs keep chugging along? I'd peter out in an instant.
Yeah, the martyrs keep going because they have their faith, I guess. You gotta have faith. Although this time we're gonna have intelligence, so who knows?
I'm not.
Alright, nothing new from you. Well, Trek, do you have anything new for you? You're not here. Yeah, he disappears from time to time, so I bet if we reloaded the game, he'll show up. But we'll check back later. Okay. How about you, Petrus? Actually, while we're here, might as well. Which one do I need? I think I only need this one. No, I'll need... Yeah, just use this one. Should be like 1,000. 2, okay, plenty. Alright, Petrus?
Oh, hello. Miracles, I presume?
Yes, I know. Okay. Purchase. I did buy the Force Miracle from him between episodes as well, but now we're actually going to buy Heal. Yep.
Come again. The effectiveness...
Right, 'cause I have 12 faith, so we can use Heal, although the talisman we have does not very good magic adjust to it, so we won't get a lot of health out of it, but any heal is a good heal, I'll say. Yeah, that low faith levels, the Lordran talisman's probably better, but it costs money, and we need to save money for right now. I mean, again, I could have, farmed souls for it, but probably could have done that, but who knows? We'll do it eventually. Alright. In fact, while we're up here, let's go grab the one weapon I forgot. Didn't mean to I should have shot the other guy. Oh well. That works. Alright, come on. Yep, I did this for, a few hours. But the weapon I forgot is out here. Yep. Yeah. Because you get the basement key down there, you open up the gate, but right over here. I forgot this. The Halberd. A very, very strong weapon. I completely forgot about it. I'm like, I went to go start my little Titanite farming, and it's like, oh, there's an item there. Ah, crap, it was the Halberd. I forgot the Halberd. So, did my best to avoid picking it up while doing the farming. So now we have the Halberd. We might use it. I don't know. It's not the gargoyle Halberd. Yeah, the regular Halberd's R1 is a thrust attack, so I don't know how good that'll be. So we'll keep that in the back of our minds. For right now, go down here. All right, Andre, my man, we're back.
My, that's a rare ember you have there. I've seen one of those before. It's the ember of a divine blacksmith. Might you consider leaving that with me? I can produce divine weapons with a flame such as that.
So you can say no, and you can offer to give him it again, but we're just gonna say yes, because we want a divine weapon eventually. So here you go, my man.
Well, thanks for that. You've made a fine decision. You soon shall see.
Alright. So yes, now we can modify to a divine weapon. Put a little magic damage in there, but again, it scales off faith, so we're not gonna have a lot of faith. So. this item. We want the Crest of Artorias. Yeah. The door leads to the grave of Sir Artorias the Abyss Walker. Can't get my words. Many adventurers have left for the grave, but none have returned, for they make easy prey for local bandits. With such dangers, the crest could do more harm and good in the hands of uninitiated. Buy me a crest. With the rest of our souls, let's just pick up some Titanites. Alright.
This is the old church. It was abandoned in favor of the church that you passed through. There are paths leading from here to two forbidden plains, Sen's Fortress and the Darkroot Garden. They attract all sorts of lunatics, no one as cultured as yourself. It's fine to be undead, but keep a level head, eh?
Yep. That way to the Darkroot Garden, up there through Sen's Fortress. Anything else you want to tell us?
Sen's Fortress is an old proving grounds built by the ancient gods. It is the only route leading to the great Anor Londo. Of course, most fools can't even find their way into that fortified death trap, but they won't stop trying. Take that bumbling Sir Onion.
We'll let that one pass because we like you both, so. Sir Onion, huh?
I know little of the Darkroot Garden, although I've heard rumors of a divine blacksmith who resides there. Those who get stumped in the catacombs seek him for divine weapons.
That just tells you, you know, if you get troubled with the skeletons of the catacombs, just go to the garden to get divine weapons. Yep. You'll find the divine ember, you bring back here, yada yada yada. So.
I know little, although I've heard those who...
Alright, I think that's all he has to say.
I know little of all of those...
Alright.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Yep, neither of us do. Alright. Okie dokie. Yeah. Alright. And with that, with that, we'll call an episode. Did quite a lot. Went through the Darkroot Garden for our Titanite Demon. Yeah, I think it's a Titanite Demon, yeah. Yep. Picked up a Titanite... Shard? I think that's what it's called. Or just Demon Titanite, yeah. Yeah, when the name of this blacksmith deity passed from several slabs, great beasts arose. The power of Titanite remains within them, and they still roam Lordran today. Yep. So yeah, we took on that Titanite Demon, picked up his little Demon Titanite that he drops. Not too hard. I mean, as long as you stick to his left armpit, you should mostly be okay. Just, keep your block up, and you should be fine. So, he is pretty resistant to a lot of attacks, but luckily the Boulder Side Sword's thrust attack did a good chunk of damage. Able to get some counter hits as well. Thrust attacks when the enemy attacks produces counter hit damage, so having that there is really good. Otherwise I would have used the Drake Sword, but luckily our damage was pretty good. So, yeah, just stick to his armpit, you'll be fine. And after that, ran through the Darkroot Garden, took on some Ent people, or I think they're garden caretakers, I think they're called, but I just call them like little tree people, Ents, yeah. Found a hidden bonfire. Well, it's not really hidden, but if you stopped and look, you'll definitely see it, but yeah, found it, lit it, didn't rest because I didn't want to reset the enemies. Continued down. Took on some, I think they're called, what are they called again? They have a specific name, but the little soldiers, stone soldiers, yeah, I think that's what they're called. Yeah, quite a number of them down there. Yeah, again, if you're going to fight them, use a blunt weapon. That's what I had the club for. Took them down 3 hits. Love it. But yeah, Took care of some of them, more end people, some two-headed serpent things on the trees. Not too bad. Picked up the partisan, which I probably will upgrade eventually. Grabbed the elite knight armor. Yep. It was kind of guarded by a little ambush that we systematically picked apart. Yep. Easier to pick them apart one at a time than face them all together. So unless you just want to like run through and grab it and not deal with the enemies, but I like clearing out the area. And after that, we summoned Witch Beatrice to fight the Moonlight Butterfly. All we really did was just stand there, block attacks, while Beatrice did all the work. Yeah. I summoned her just so we can get her equipment later on, because right now... So we did summon her. I'm trying to remember what the trigger is to get her equipment. I think we have to open up the New Londo seal. I think it's the trigger. I'm not too sure. I first thought it was, beating the 4 kings, but I believe we can get her equipment before that. So I'm not quite sure what the trigger is to get the equipment. I know you have to summon her for sure at the Moonlight Butterfly, but so hopefully we get her equipment in a little bit. It might be a little ways actually, but we set that up. Moonlight Butterfly got its souls. Probably won't use it for anything because I don't care for the weapons. Well, maybe the weapon, but I don't know. Butterfly picked up the Divine Ember. Picked up the basement key, or not, the Watchtower key. Ran back down instead of homeward boarding. Ran back down through the boss arena instead of homeward bone, just so we can spot the tree that moves out of place, revealing this little side path. Yep. Took care of some frog ray things, another tree thing, some more frog ray things. Got some blooming, what's it called? Green blossom. Yep. Got some of those. A soul item, some more stone soldiers. Then we picked up the wolf ring. Is it wolf ring? Is that what it's called? Yeah, the wolf ring. Yep. Very good ring. Yep. It gives you 40 flat poise, no matter what. So, yep. Picked that up, and then we went down to the Darkroot Basin, where we found another crystal lizard. Gave us the large shards and twinkling titanite. And then we picked up the leather set and the longbow, some feather arrows. Feather arrows just have better range than other arrows. Longbow probably won't use. I don't know. We'll see. Yep. And then after that, we tried to take on the Black Knight Halberd guy down there. Failed to gravity because I failed to watch my footing. But yeah, so we had to do the run back, pick up our stuff, and we took him on again. This time, he fell to gravity. Yeah, we backstabbed him, and the kick off our weapon pushed him off the edge. So, yeah, we'll take a win. And he guarantees to drop the blue Titanite chunk, and we were lucky enough to get his weapon. Yep, the Black Knight Halberd. Probably won't be using it. It is pretty strength intensive, and I don't plan on going much higher in strength than what we have now. So we probably won't be using it. I'd rather have his shield than his weapon, to be honest, but beggars can't be choosers, so. Yep. And then we picked up the Grass Crest shield. Probably won't be using that either. It is a good shield. It just doesn't have 100% physical. It only has, 95, I think, physical reduction. Yeah, 95 physical reduction. It's got some good magic reduction. But, yeah, old medium shield of unknown origin. The Grass Crest is lightly imbued with magic, which slightly speeds stamina recovery. Yep. So, it's there if we need it, but I probably won't be using it. Tagged to Grace in the cave down there. And then we ran to the Watchtower after fighting some crystal golems, but we ran to the Watchtower. Yep. And where we fought Havel the Rock. Yep. Missed our first parry, but after that we kind of took care of him. Yeah, he's pretty chunky, so we were there for a little bit. So, yeah. any long fight, you eventually make a mistake and it's over. But yeah, we got lucky. Well, lucky kind of, maybe. Or I kind of figured out my parry timing, so, or remembered it anyway. So, took care of him. And then he's guaranteed to drop the Havel's Ring. Yep. A very powerful ring in Dark Souls 1, which grants 50% extra equip load. Yep, 50%. Very strong ring. You'll probably use it for the entire playthrough, to be honest. If not the entire playthrough, for like 80% of it. So yeah, it's a very good ring for this game. Allows you to put on heavy armor and equipment. So. And then after that, we ran through the Undead Parish, pit stop at the merchant to buy some stuff. At the Firelink's Shrine, talked with the little Crestfallen. Lordran wasn't there, he's probably there now. Went up the elevator to the parish, grabbed our Halberd that I missed the last episode, and bought the Crest of Artorias from Andre, who also has some things to talk about. Gave him the Divine Ember, and that was it. Yep, that was it. Did a lot of stuff. And then next episode, we're going down to the Lower Berg. Yep. Got to clear out the Lower Berg. Got to find Griggs of Vinheim. He's trapped down there. We encounter some dogs, some thieves. Excuse me. Yep. And then down there, we'll take on Capra Demon. Oh boy. Capra Demon shouldn't be too hard. The hard part is the dogs. If you can get past the dogs, take them out, Capra Demon, he's not bad. So there are a few ways to deal with the Capra Demon. I plan on using the straightforward brute force method. You utilize the wolf ring and some extra poise, just kind of tank at dog attacks just to run past them. So yeah. But rescue Griggs, take on Capra Demon, grab the items. Probably do the first part of the depths where the butchers are at, just so we can rescue, what's his name? The pyromancer guy, I can't remember his name. I don't know, we'll have to rescue him, so. Yeah. Probably talk to the undead merchant, grab our pyromancy flame, do the first part of the depths where we find the shortcut, and then the little bonfire there. Yep. And that's the plan for next episode, yeah, because usually at that point, once I get the bonfire in the depths, we'll be access to the slimes, which do drop large shards and green shards. Yeah, so I do need all of that. We need the green shards to make a divine weapon, and the large shards to get our weapons to +10. So we will be able to get the large ember down there, which will allow us to upgrade our weapons to +10. So I'll probably be spending a lot of time down there, because it's a low drop rate. So we should have a lot of souls by the time we're done with that to upgrade our pyromancy glove or pyromancy flame to at least +10. So good, we need +10 pyromancy flame. We need +10 weapon because we gotta go to the catacombs with the divine weapon. Once we get +10 weapon, we go back to the forest to do the covenant. Probably take on the Hydra, free dusk. There's a lot of stuff to do once we unlock the depths. A lot of stuff. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, next episode, Lower Berg, part of the depths. Yep. And that's it. Yep. And thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all next time.